Adult Talk, a podcast by Adult Work.
Hello, everybody, and welcome one more time to our podcast. It's been a while. I know you guys have missed us, but we're here. I'm Juan Amar, and I'm here with my co-host. How are you doing?
Yeah, guys, hello, Juan. I'm actually very excited today. It's been some time since our last
Last episode.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to today.
Yeah, if it's your first time here, remember, I'm the part of the family. Remember, you're going to find on the description of this video, you will be able to find links from our special guest today. I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic time. She's adult who can create, and we are ultra excited to have her on the show. Ali, then just bring her to the stage. You are very welcome. Nice to have you here. Let me just my camera here and there. Perfect. Ali, how are you?
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I am very well, thank you. I'm actually just back from Thailand, so I'm feeling
Oh,
very,
nice.
very refreshed.
Were you on the holidays?
Yes, on holiday.
How was it?
It was warm, well needed, some nice rest. Nice not to cook any dinners.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Was your first time in Thailand?
No, I think it's actually my 5th or 6th time.
Oh, that's nice. It's a place I'd love to go, actually. You?
I've been there actually.
Oh, you've been there? Okay.
It's a very lovely place.
Oh, so I'm the one here missing out. I need to. You got a holiday in Thailand?
It's nice and cheap as well, so.
Perfect. Well, first of all, thanks so much to accept our invitation to be on the podcast. It's very nice to have you. My first question to you is, how long have you been in the industry? And how did you start? Tell us a little bit about it.
So I've been in the adult industry since 2014. I originally started as a nude model. I then started in about 2017 to do fetish film work. I was hired as a ladies extra and soon became one of her most wanted top models. And then I joined Adult Work in 2019, originally just to do cam work, and then I saw the big bad world that Adult Work is and what is available, and yeah, started full-time Adult Work pretty much 2 or 3 months after I'd been on cam.
Right.
So I've been 6 years or so now as a full-time Adult Work person.
Amazing. So take us a little bit before 2004. What did you do before the adult industry?
So I was a personal trainer, and I also used to run a pub. One of my first jobs was actually as an air hostess as well. So I went from air hostess to personal training to managing a pub, and then started modeling, and haven't worked full time since in a normal 9 to 5 career since maybe 2015, 2016. So it's been quite a long time in the adult industry now.
So did you start in the adult industry through modeling?
Modeling, nude modeling, and then it went on to fetish film work, and then on to cam, and then on to personal meetings.
Okay. So when you first start your like on adult work, when you start streaming, let's say,
Yep.
you were already used to the industry, or even then, or when you first start to do webcam, for example, how was that process for you? Was it easier?
I suppose it's just like learning, like in any new job, you just need to learn what works for you, what you like to do, and what doesn't work. I'd already joined another platform, another popular platform, just maybe like 2 years before then. So I was already kind of in the chatting to clients side. So this obviously cam was more of a constant one-to-one. So that was kind of like my first dip into the constant one-to-one chatting was adult work.
Okay. And the fetish work that you do you still bring that to your streaming as well? Do you role play on your life, for example, or you are always yourself?
So role play, yes. When I used to work for my fetish lady, I was a kind of character, and we did kind of all different scenes for her film work production. And then shortly after that, I became Callie, the fetish queen, and then I became edging queen Callie.
Okay. That's how if you guys check on the description of the video, that's how you can find her as well on her socials, and
Yes.
you will see there her social name as well, and then you can check her work as well then on socials. So do you remember the first time that you streamed on the camera?
Probably. I remember I had a couple of people log in and log out. Ka-ching, ka-ching. And I was like, oh, this isn't really going to work for me. I think I did it for about a month, maybe earning like 2 credits a day, 5 credits. And I was like, oh,
Wow.
don't know if this is for me. But like anything, like any self-employed business, you have to stick with it and build your business. And yeah, I did. I nearly gave up in the beginning for sure. It probably wasn't until I'd had like my first £100 kind of cam session that you could actually see how beneficial camming can be.
And what made was persistence? When did it click to you? You said, no, I actually can make a lot of money here.
So I was working in the evenings in a restaurant, and I was earning, say, £50 in the evening. And I obviously had to go to work. I remember it was summer and it was really sunny outside, and I had to go to work to earn that £50. And I remember thinking, if I could just earn, a bit more than £50 on cam, then technically I don't actually have to leave my house. I could sit outside in the sun if I wanted to. And that summer was like a real turning point of all I need to do is beat that £50 or £60 that I'm earning a day now online, and then I never have to go to work again. And that was like 2019. I literally have not been back to work in a normal establishment since then.
Wow. Yeah, I'm asking because there's a lot of, let's say there's many models who are watching the show now live, or we watch this video after and they say, oh, I'd love to go full time on the adult industry like Ali did.
Yeah.
And sometimes they struggle because they are already for a month, 2 months, like you said, you were there for a month and getting 2, 3, 5 credits. But so what would you advise that model starting now, for example? Is it persistence, consistency in creating?
Consistency is the main word. Consistency in everything you do. If you build a consistent structure in what you want to achieve every day, it will become what you want it to become. So I think, in the beginning, you will have to sit on cam for 8 hours and not really earn much. But over time and over creating regular clients, and the more your profile's seen, the more interesting your profile is. Like I've been changing my profile. I've changed my profile 1,000 times over the years. That slowly got better and better and better. So people will obviously read my profile now 6 or 7 years down the line and see I am a professional. But it definitely probably didn't look like that in 2019 when I first started.
I think consistency is the key, isn't it? But because you said before that the first month you used to earn 2 credits per day, how did you manage to change that, to increase your earnings? Did you used to work more hours? Did you use any other strategies or tactics?
So I remember working in the evenings at my restaurant job, and then coming back at like 10, 11 at night and logging on to Cam and trying to see before I went to bed how many credits I could earn. So I was still working my normal job, then coming online for a couple of hours in the evening, and then over time I then was earning way more online than I ever could have done in my normal evening job. And that was the pinnacle for me, that I never had to go back to work ever again, and I was technically self-employed working for myself. And as long as I turned up on a consistent basis from home every day and made my minimum target what I needed to earn, I never had to go back.
So you did increase the hours you used to go online, basically, and you kept your profile consistent.
I think logging in like for a set number of hours a day, like everyone goes to work for 8 hours a day, making sure you're logged on for those 8 hours a day, so that you can create a fabulous online income, that it would then take over your normal wage, and probably even more if you put the time and the effort and the consistency into what you want it to be, like any self-employed business.
Yeah, but you just you make yourself you very professional in that sense. Like you have a schedule, you know you're gonna go this time, you're gonna stay this amount of time. So even your regulars and your clients, your new clients, they will start to learn when you go online, when you're gonna be there. So there you is a building process in order for you to achieve the targets that you have, money wise, right?
Yep, indeed.
Yep. If going back in all these years, but going back when you started, how was the support for you, in sense of family and friends? Like many models that might be want to start the career now, become webcam models. Sometimes one thing that holds them back is how do I tell my family, or how do I tell my friends? How do I get the how and listen to other models who went through these, with the support. So how's that process for you, the support from family and friends?
So I always say other people's opinions aren't going to pay your bills. So I've never worried about someone else's opinion, because at the end of the day, I'm the one that has to get up and earn the money. And unless they want to pay me that 100 credits a day for me not to do it, then I'm going to create my own residual income. And I've never asked anyone's permission. I've never been worried what anyone might say, because I've built over the last 6 years a fantastic self-employed business for myself, and I would never regret creating that business.
Also, it's how you, it's your mindset, right? So how you set your minds into the work as a business, like you said in the beginning, you take as a business, you go and you're going to do this certain amount of hours. It's not, however, you're going to put work in your socials, you're going to put your work on your content. You will make sure that those targets are achievable and you achieve them, right?
Yep.
So everything is your mindset.
Indeed.
Yeah. So all these years that you've been there, what if there is one thing that you like absolutely love it, and one thing that you don't like, you dislike? What would that be?
About Cam, or about my
general in the industry. I mean, in your work.
So as a whole, as a one-to-one personal meetings person, obviously time wasters and people that don't arrive, that is, for any self-employed business, that's incredibly annoying, and very disheartening. But unfortunately, it happens so much in this business that people like to seem to still in 2025 waste people's time. The best thing about the business is being self-employed, working my own hours, and I can basically earn as much as I want to earn in a day. 6 years now, I'm pretty much very well established. I've made sure I've worked really hard in the industry to give myself a good name. I'm on over 1,000 feedback, and making sure my name is known, well known, and I am known as a business person. as well as giving a good service, obviously.
Of course, of course. And anything you dislike? Anything you don't like?
I dislike people booking appointments and not arriving. That's probably obviously one of the biggest pet hates. But working very hard and with the potential of earning a lot of money, you know, what's there to dislike, really? As long as you work hard,
Sure.
and the boundary set at the end of the day, adult work is pretty much a very good income if you work hard.
Yeah. What about socials and promotion? Do you use a lot of social media? Do you think social media is something that is every model should work hard on it as well? Because generated traffic helps you with your promotion, your name, and your brand. What do you think about social media? Do you use them? Which one do you use more?
So I use Instagram and Twitter. Obviously, Instagram is for more PG and Twitter is obviously for more X-rated things. Both platforms work very well. And yes, I have put my name out there as a creator for branding. You know, I had to brand myself so that when people see me, it creates the interest of, yes, I do want to go and see Kelly and I do want to experience what I'm seeing on the screen, and, you know, screenshotting feedback and people thinking like a review, creating that, yes, I must see her when she's next in my area or next on cam, creating a must for me.
Yeah, talk about creating. Do you also create content? Meaning, do you create videos and you leave the videos on the platform in order to sell?
Yeah.
Because as a passive income and stuff like that. Do you?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So I've done over 400 videos. A lot of fetish. Mainly majority fetish based. So any kind of kink or fetish, I'm probably definitely there. And then content with other creators as well. Across all platforms. My videos are on all platforms and very searchable. But having lots of videos on a consistent basis will obviously bring your name higher up to the top of the page, where you can earn much more money the more consistent you are with creating new content.
Yeah, let's say there is a model starting now and they don't have much equipment. They don't have a good camera, but they have a phone, let's say a good phone, you know, like those latest phone. Can they work using only their phone, or at least can they start using only their phone to create content, to stream?
You'll probably find that most content creators only have an iPhone. You'll probably find that, you know, 90% of people that create content only do it on their phone, and there would be a small 10% of people who are maybe photographers and content creators that would actually have a professional camera. But the quality of an iPhone nowadays, I've actually done like photo shoots with professional photographers, and they only have an iPhone, and the pictures are just as fantastic as what you would get from a big old chunky camera.
Oh, that's a pro tip. So if you're listening to this podcast right now and you are wondering to start and believe that you have no equipment, well, if you just have a phone, they can basically register to a platform, to AW, at the work, and they can stream, they can create content, live on the platform. So they have their whole business in the palm of their hand, right? With their phone.
Yeah, indeed. It's not difficult to say.
Do you use do you use chat message as well on the work, or you do only streaming and you create content? You use other services on the platform as well?
So I do cam, content, and one-to-one.
All right. Do we have? Let me just give a shout out to everybody who's watching us on the disproportionate Best viewers and Spring Blue. Hello. Hello guys, thanks very much for joining us on the chat. Remember, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. If it's your first time here, remember on the description of the video you will find links to Kali's social as well. And you can leave your comments on the video. Even after, she will probably see the video and she can reply to you guys on the video after we done the live, if that's the case. Every time towards the end of the cast, every time we have some warm-up questions, spicy warm-up questions, and some set question that Aurora asked that we'd like to share with you. Let me just get them over here. The first spicy warm-up question is blow job or hand job?
Blow job.
Good. Dog style, 6'9" or missionary?
Oh, I love a good 69.
Okay.
Yeah.
Group sex like orgy or one-to-one?
If it's being filmed for content, probably an orgy. Or on the other hand, if it's not, then just a one-to-one.
Masturbation, solo or together with other people around?
Solo.
And sex, morning or night?
Morning, because I get tired at night to go to bed.
In the morning, just energy to wake up.
I'm a morning person. Out of bed, double somersault, ready for the day.
Amazing, amazing. All right.
Moving on to the part 2 of the questions. And the first one is describe yourself in one word.
Sarcastic.
And second one would be what's your ultimate turn on?
Having the back of my neck grabbed. Not the
And
front.
third one, kissing or cuddling?
Kissing.
What's your secret weapon to seduce someone?
Looking sexy. Feeling sexy.
Okay, I get that.
Hehehe.
What's one thing on your bucket list?
In general, or as in a sexual sense?
You can tell us both, I guess, if you want to.
Bucket list. I have lots of Pakistani clients and I've traveled India, and now I would love to absolutely travel Pakistan because Pakistan clients are probably my favorite. Now I'd really like to visit there. In a sexual sense, I've probably done everything. There's probably not much I haven't done now. But I'm pretty open.
Pretty open suggestions. Write your comments on the. Write down your questions and your comments down.
Leave your ideas.
Leave your ideas. I'm sure Kali will check them out.
I mean, it gets to a point where I think there's nothing more that can shock me now. And then a few weeks ago, I was working and a guy brought a Hoover and I finished him off with his Hoover. So
no way.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
fantastic.
so saying that, is there any other thing apart from the Hoover? Any like what was the most not weird, like out of the ordinary request you ever had from a client?
To tread on dead crabs and squid it between my toes, that's not something I'm into personally. I'm also
Okay.
vegan, so killing, any kind of dead animal is not my vibe anyway.
So he asked you to walk in a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know which one's more out of the ordinary, this or the Hoover.
The Hoover one was actually very enjoyable for both of us. I had a great time.
Okay. Does the clients, I'm sure you have lots of regular clients. People are coming back every time, right?
Yeah.
On the camera and on the one-to-one. So do you
Yeah.
have the most crazy request, let's say, is on the webcam, or is more on the one-to-one? On the one-to-one is a different vibe, let's say.
Probably one-to-one is more of the most crazy requests.
Okay. And also on the webcam, it's you are just a click away to ban a person if there is anything you don't like, right?
Well, webcam is easy. It is
No.
you create at the end of the day online. It's all in your solo control.
No, I see. Yeah.
Okay, back to the questions. And the next one is, if you could meet and create content with a celebrity, who would that be?
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
A famous one. You chose a famous one, I see.
I love a bald man. I would sit on his face.
He might watch this podcast.
You might be watching the show. Right?
I'll retweet it to him.
Yeah, why not? Hello, The Rock.
Moving on to the next question, and what's the last thing you Googled?
What's the last thing I Googled?
Mm-hmm.
It actually was the nearest STI clinic for my local checkup.
Okay.
Because I make sure I am always safe, obviously.
That's good. That's good. Do you feel that the industry is a safe place?
If you are safe and you do your due diligence, yes. I have no safety concerns, really. If you are due diligent and you were doing your own checks as you see fit, I mean, myself and my other one-to-one friends, we all do things totally different, but at the end of the day, we still have the same safe outcome. So obviously there's bad in everything, you know. You could run a hairdresser's and someone comes in and, you know, takes everything you've got. It doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen in my industry. But for myself, I've never personally had any problems because I do run it in an efficient manner.
Yeah.
So back to the questions now, and the next one is, what's your ultimate fantasy?
For a guy to come in with £1 million cash, chuck it all over my naked body, and then walk out.
That's good. Imagine if they throw all the. I would wish for that as well too. That's very good.
And the next one is, what's the weirdest place or even situation you've ever had sex?
I don't really know what's weird anymore. I've been doing it so long. I actually went to my first swingers event. Probably that's not probably weird to most, but that was a very new experience for me at the end of last year. So that was in my opinion, the weirdest thing I'd ever done. That was a bit wild, but.
Well, I guess any new place that you didn't do it before, it's a weird place.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And the last one is, if you win 1 million today, what's the very, very first thing you would buy?
Is that guy who came in and throw the million? That's it. You got the million. What would you do first?
Probably pay off my mortgages.
Okay, that's an honest answer.
Yeah.
Not very exciting, I'm afraid, but I am sensible.
That's reason.
That's life, isn't it?
Exactly. So you just been to Thailand. What's your favorite holiday destination?
I did India, North to South India. That's the favorite place I've been.
You said you want to go to Pakistan, right?
Yeah, I've also been to Everest Base Camp in Nepal.
Ooh, okay.
Do you know, I've seen a few videos on TikTok for India, and it actually looks a very, very nice place.
Yeah, India was
Asia is a beautiful place to travel.
Mhm.
Anywhere in Asia is.
I did Japan last year, and I did the Machu Picchu hike as well in Peru last year as well.
Oh, amazing! Japan is such a beautiful place. For me, it was like a life-changing experience. Japan is a place you go and it's so different from from our side. That is beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
place. I recommend.
Very
Well,
picturesque outside of the cities.
100%. Well, thank you so much. That was a very lovely chat. It was very nice. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did.
Thank you.
I would love you to leave a message to everybody who is listening to us now for new modules wanting to start now. So you can leave a message. And again, if you guys remember on the description of this video, you can find the link and you can find Kali's socials here as well. You can send her a message. Don't annoy her on the DM, but you can send her a message. And yeah, leave a message to the audience.
Thank you so much. Well, I hope to see them all very soon in my inbox or in a personal one-to-one.
100%. Well, guys, this was lovely. Again, keep tuned. Remember, if it's your first time, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, reshare the post. Remember, we are multi-streaming here in 4 different platforms. We're on YouTube, on Twitch. In fact, Twitch is the first day today. It's our first Twitch streaming today. So
that's exciting for you.
Yeah, if you are on Twitch, follow us there on Twitch. Remember to follow us on X and also on Instagram. Follow Kali as well. We have something very exciting coming out very soon. I believe it's going to be on the first week of the next month, if I'm not wrong. There is a Q&A live that myself and Aurora are hosting, and you're going to be able to interact with us there, ask questions regarding platform and everything. So we're looking forward to that. Again, thank you so much, and we will catch you guys on the next stream with a different special guest. Thank you so much, Kali. Thank you, Aurora.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kali. And
Thank you.
see ya.
Adult Talk, a podcast by Adult Work.